Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Say this every morning before sunrise and watch how Allah changes your life. I'm not talking about some complicated ritual. I'm not talking about something that takes hours. I'm talking about a few short, powerful words taught by the Prophet Muhammad that, if you say them with your heart every morning, will bring Allah's help rushing into your life in ways you cannot imagine. The Prophet taught us the power of morning dhikr, the remembrance of Allah as soon as we wake before the sun rises. Why? Because the morning is the time when the angels witness your actions, when your day is being written, when your soul is still fresh from rest, and when the doors of rizq, provision, are opening. Start your day connected to Allah and watch your life transform. Let me tell you a true story. A man in Gaza recently lost everything. His home was destroyed in the bombardment. He had no money, no shelter, no idea how he would protect his wife and children. Every morning, even in the ruins, he sat facing the Qibla and repeated the dhikr he learned from his father. Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illa huwa. He didn't miss a single day. Within 2 weeks, a group of strangers from another city came, rebuilt part of his home and provided for his family. He told them, I did nothing but rely on Allah and remember Him every morning. Allah Himself tells us, indeed, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. Qur'an 13:28. It's not just spiritual rest. It's the kind of rest that brings clarity to your mind, peace to your heart, and solutions to your problems. You might be in debt right now. You might have a sick family member. You might be sitting in the darkness of loneliness or buried under the weight of anxiety. You might feel like no one sees your pain, but there is one who sees it all, who hears your whispers in the silence of the morning, and who can change your situation in an instant. This morning routine can shift your life completely, just as it has for thousands of believers before you. Before we go deeper, I want you to take a moment and connect with this message. Tell me in the comments if you've ever had an experience where saying a simple dua changed your situation. Maybe it was a time when you were desperate, maybe when you were lost, or maybe when you were grateful. Your story could inspire someone else watching this right now. Before starting this video, don't forget to like this video, because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Thank you and good video. Step 2. Introduce the dhikr. The powerful words I mentioned are not mine. They are a legacy from our beloved Prophet Muhammad, a treasure he left us to face life's storms. The dhikr is Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illa huwa, alayhi tawakkaltu wa huwa rabbul arshil azim. You say it 7 times every morning before the sun rises. What does it mean? Allah is sufficient for me. There is no deity except Him. Upon Him I rely, and He is the Lord of the mighty throne. It is more than a statement. It is a declaration of surrender, a proclamation of trust, and a shield against every fear. When you say these words, you are putting your life, your problems, your dreams, and your future entirely in Allah's hands. And the one who controls the heavens and the earth will never let you down. The Prophet said, in a hadith recorded by Abu Dawood, whoever says this 7 times in the morning, Allah will suffice him for whatever concerns him in this world and the next. Imagine that, Allah Himself promising to take care of whatever worries you have. Let me share with you a recent story from Malaysia. A sister named Aisha lost her job unexpectedly. She had bills, her mother's medical expenses, and no savings. Fear consumed her nights. But she remembered this dhikr from a lecture she once attended. She committed to saying it 7 times every morning after Fajr, with complete sincerity. She didn't apply for a single job. 2 weeks later, her cousin called and said, "My company has an opening and I told them about you. You don't even need an interview. The job is yours." She told me with tears in her eyes. It was as if Allah Himself delivered the job to my door. This is not a modern miracle only. It's rooted in the Qur'an. When Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was thrown into the massive fire by his people for calling to Allah, he said these same words, "Hasbi Allahu wa ni'mal wakil." Allah is sufficient for me and He is the best disposer of affairs. Allah commanded the fire, "O fire, be coolness and safety for Ibrahim." Surah Al-Anbiya 21:69. The fire that should have killed him became his comfort. So when you say this dhikr, you are joining a chain of believers across history who were protected, saved and elevated by Allah's help. Right now, pause this video. Say it with me. Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illa huwa, alayhi tawakkaltu wa huwa rabbul arshil azim. 7 times. Did you feel your heart calm down even slightly? Write yes in the comments if you did, so others know the peace that can come from these words. Step 3. How it works, spiritually and psychologically. Why does saying, Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illa huwa, alayhi tawakkaltu wa huwa rabbul arshil azim, in the morning have such a powerful effect on your life? The answer lies in one word: tawakkul. Complete trust and reliance upon Allah. Tawakkul is not passive. It doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. It means you do your part, but you place the outcome entirely in the hands of the one who knows all, sees all, and controls all. Allah promises in the Qur'an, "And whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him." Quran 65:3. Think about that. The Creator of the heavens and the earth saying, "Quran, I will be enough for you." If Allah is enough, then no lack of money, no sickness, no enemy, no heartbreak, there's no chaos can truly harm you. Psychologically, starting your day with this kind of surrender has a profound effect. Most people wake up and immediately feel the weight of their problems. Unpaid bills, work deadlines, and family conflicts. Stress levels spike before the day even begins. But when you begin your morning by telling yourself and telling the universe that Allah is sufficient for you, your nervous system relaxes, your mind clears, and your heart finds stability. Studies on gratitude and mindfulness already show these effects. But Dhikr is beyond mindfulness. It is divine connection. Let me give you a real story. In Sudan, amid the current war crisis, a young doctor named Hamid was working in an underground clinic. Bombs shook the walls, patients flooded in, and supplies ran out. Every morning, before he started treating the wounded, he would sit quietly, close his eyes, and repeat this dhikr 7 times. "It gave me strength," he said. "It was as if Allah put a shield around my heart. I could operate under candlelight, with gunfire outside, and still feel calm." That's the power of entrusting your fears to Allah before facing the chaos of the day. The same principle is not new. It is written into the history of the prophets. When Musa alayhi salam stood trapped between the Red Sea and the army of Pharaoh, the people around him panicked. Indeed, we are to be overtaken. But Musa, filled with trust, said, "Indeed, with me is my Lord. He will guide me." Quran 26:62. Then the impossible happened. The sea split, creating a dry path to safety. That is tawakkul in action. Seeing no way forward, yet walking forward because you know Allah can make a way where none exists. When you say this dhikr, You are aligning your heart with that same trust. Spiritually, you're placing a shield over yourself, inviting divine assistance into your life. Psychologically, you're replacing fear with faith, anxiety with action, and chaos with calm. And day after day, that combination changes not only your heart, it changes your reality. If you're facing a Red Sea moment in your life right now, where you see no escape, no solution, no way forward, write in the comments, Allah will guide me. Your declaration might be the start of your own sea-splitting moment. Step 4. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. Like any powerful act of worship, the morning dhikr can lose its impact if we approach it carelessly. To get the full benefit, we need to avoid some common mistakes. Mistake number 1, saying dhikr without understanding. If the words Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illa huwa, alayhi tawakkaltu wa huwa rabbul arshil azim are just sounds on your tongue, you're missing the heart of it. These are not magic syllables. They are a pledge of trust in Allah. Understand them deeply. Allah is sufficient for me. Upon Him I rely. The more you internalize the meaning, the more it transforms you. Mistake number 2, doing it only when in trouble. Some people turn to dhikr like they turn to an emergency phone call, only when disaster strikes. But the real power is in consistency. The Prophet remembered Allah in every situation, in ease and hardship. The Qur'an warns us about those who remember Allah only when they need Him. When affliction touches man, He calls upon us. But when we remove him from his affliction, he passes on as if he had never called upon us. Surah Yunus 10:12. Don't make remembrance a crisis-only tool. Make it your daily lifeline. Mistake number 3, rushing through without sincerity. If you say this dhikr while distracted, scrolling on your phone or thinking about your to-do list, you rob yourself of its light. Slow down. Feel every word. Imagine you are placing your problems one by one into Allah's hands as you say them. A real example. In Pakistan, a business owner named Karim had been saying this dhikr daily for years. When his business started thriving, he thought, I'm fine now. I don't need it as much. He stopped. Within months, he faced sudden bankruptcy after a bad investment. Broken and humbled, he returned to his old habit of morning remembrance. Over time, his business recovered. But he said the bigger lesson was realizing that remembrance is not just a rescue rope, it's the anchor that keeps you from drifting into storms in the first place. Have you ever stopped a good habit and then felt life get harder? Share that in the comments so others can learn from your experience. You might save someone from making the same mistake. Step 5. Step-by-step morning routine. Now that you know the dhikr and understand its power, let's make it part of a simple but life-changing morning routine. You don't need hours. Just a few intentional minutes before sunrise can completely shift the energy of your day. 1. Wake before Fajr. Even if it's only 15 minutes earlier, this is a sacred time. The world is quiet. Distractions are gone, and the gates of the heavens are open. The Prophet told us that in the last third of the night, Allah descends to the lowest heaven, asking, "Who is calling upon me so that I may answer him?" 2. Pray, do rak'ahs of tahajjud if possible. This is a prayer of intimacy with Allah. Pour out your gratitude, your fears, and your hopes. If you can't pray tahajjud every day, do it whenever you can. Even once a week will bring light to your heart. 3. Make wudu slowly, with intention. Feel the water washing away your sins and worries. Every drop is a purification, not just of your body, but of your soul. 4. Sit facing the Qibla, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Center yourself. Let go of the noise in your mind. Imagine you are sitting directly before your Lord, who is listening to you right now. 5. Recite the Dhikr 7 times. حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. With every repetition, imagine placing another one of your burdens into Allah's care. 6. Read Surah Al-Ikhlas, Al-Falaq, and An-Nas. These are known as Al-Mu'awwidhat, the chapters of protection. The Prophet would read them every morning and evening for spiritual shielding. 7. Make dua for specific needs. Ask Allah for what's on your heart. Be specific. No request is too small or too big for the Lord of the Mighty Throne. Let me share a real story. In a refugee camp in Turkey lives an elderly Syrian man named Mahmoud. He lost his wife, his children, and his home in the war. When asked how he survives the grief, he said, "Every morning before Fajr, I wake up, pray, make a wudu, and say Hasbi Allahu 7 times. I read the 3 surahs. Then I ask Allah to reunite me with my family in Jannah. This is my fuel to keep going." His body may be frail, but his heart is stronger than most of us, because it's anchored to Allah. Tomorrow morning, try this routine exactly as I've described it. Then come back to this video and comment how you felt. Even if it's just one word. Your reflection might inspire someone else to start. Step 6. Transformational testimonials and stories. Sometimes we need to hear how others have been transformed to truly believe it can happen for us. The Dhikr, Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illa huwa, alayhi tawakkaltu wa huwa rabbul arshil azim, is not just theory. It has carried people through some of the darkest moments imaginable. In Yemen, a widow named Fatima lost her husband during the ongoing conflict. With 3 young children and no steady income, she felt the walls of despair closing in. Then she remembered her late husband, often reciting this dhikr in the mornings. She began saying it every day at dawn, tears streaming down her face. Weeks later, an aid organization offered her a small stipend and a role in helping care for orphans in her village. She says, "Allah didn't just feed my children, He gave me a purpose." Across the world in Canada, a young man named Adam had recently converted to Islam. Battling years of depression, he found it hard to connect to prayer at first. One day, his mentor taught him this morning dhikr. Adam committed to it daily. Within months, he noticed his mornings felt lighter, his thoughts less suffocating, and his days more focused. "It didn't erase my struggles overnight," he says, "but it gave me an anchor, and slowly I started wanting to live again." This is not new. It is the same principle that saved Prophet Yunus, alayhi salam. Alone, swallowed by the whale in complete darkness, he turned to Allah in dhikr. "There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers." Quran 37, 143 to 144. Allah heard him, forgave him, and rescued him. If Allah could hear Yunus from the depths of the ocean, He can hear you from wherever you are right now. From the rubble of war-torn Gaza, to cramped apartments in economic crisis, to quiet suburban homes hiding silent battles with anxiety. Believers across the globe are proving that when you start your morning by placing your trust in Allah, change begins from the inside out. Your story could inspire thousands. Share in the comments how Allah has helped you through dhikr. You never know. Your words might be the rope someone else is reaching for in their darkest moment. Step 7. Call to action and dua for viewers. Before we end, I want us to say this dhikr together. Right now, wherever you are, close your eyes, focus your heart, and repeat after me 7 times. حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. Feel each word. Picture every problem in your life being placed gently into Allah's hands. Trust that He will handle it better than you ever could. Now let me make a dua for you. Ya Allah, whoever is watching or listening to this reminder right now, whether they are at home, in a hospital, in a refugee camp, or sitting alone in their car, relieve them of their burdens. Replace their fear with peace, their sadness with hope, their loss with something better. Ya Allah, just as you saved Ibrahim from the fire, Musa from Pharaoh, and Yunus from the whale, save them from whatever troubles they face today. Shower them with mercy, provide for them from places they cannot imagine, and make them among those who begin and end their days in your remembrance. If this reminder touched your heart, I want you to write in the comments, Allah is enough for me. Let's fill the comment section with light and trust so that anyone scrolling through will feel the power of tawakkul just by reading them. And don't keep this to yourself. Someone you know is carrying a weight so heavy they can barely breathe, and you might be the one to hand them the key to relief. Send this video to them right now. Before you go, I want your feedback. Did the prompts in this video make it easier for you to engage and reflect? Tell me in the comments which directive message touched your heart the most, so we can make future reminders even stronger and even more beneficial for you and others.